Now let us discuss about the activity selection problem using greedy method. Here we have a set of activities. Each activity has a start time Si and finish time Fi. Here the input is a set of activities, a collection of activities. For each activity, start time as well as finish time will be given. A set of activities uses a single resource such as classroom, and that resource can handle only one activity at a time. So here the set of activities, the collection of activities can uses only one resource at a time. The best example for the resource is a classroom or a lecture hall. But here the problem is the resource can handle only one activity at a time. We can conduct only one class in a classroom. It is not possible to conduct more than one class in a classroom. Two activities are compatible if they do not overlap. So when we can say that two activities are compatible if they do not overlap. So if the timings are different, then only we can conduct two classes. Suppose if the timings are same, then we can't conduct two classes. Let's take an example. Activity 1. Activity 1 means first year class, conducting first year class. So for that, start time is 9 a.m., finish time is 10 a.m. Activity 2. Start time is 9:30, finish time is 10:30. So activity 2 means second year class. Activity 3, third year class. Start time 10 a.m. and the end time is 11 a.m. First, we can conduct activity 1. We can conduct the classwork for first year students. The timings are from 9 to 10 a.m. But what about the timings of second activity from 9:30 to 10:30? Here activity 1 as well as activity 2 are overlapping. So we can't conduct the classwork for activity 2. Why? Because activity 2 is overlapping with activity 1. So we can say that these two are incompatible activities. Next, activity 3 timings 10 a.m. So here what is the finish time? 10 a.m. Here the start time is 10 a.m. So there is no problem. After the completion of activity 1, we can execute activity 3 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So we can conduct the classwork for activity 1 and activity 3. Here our major aim is to find the maximum number of non-overlapping activities. So here what is the major aim of activity selection problem? So several activities will be given. So our major aim is to find non-overlapping activities. Let 10 activities are given. So out of 10 activities, how many non-overlapping activities are there? So that is our aim to find. If you see this example, here 3 activities are given. So here the non-overlapping activities are activity 1, activity 3. Now let's see an example. Now let's see the activity selection problem algorithm with the help of this example. Here the first step is sort the activities according to their finishing times. So here in this example, 11 activities are given. So I means that activity number, Si means starting time, whereas Fi means finishing time. So first we have to sort the activities according to their finishing times. So 4, 5, 7, 6, these are not in sorted order. Next 9, 10, 11, 14, 12, these two are not in sorted order. So let us sort according to the finishing time. So I means activity number, Si means starting time of the activity, Fi means finishing time of the activity. Next, first 4, 5. So first two activities are in ascending order only. So 4, 1, 3, starting time 1, 1, 3, activities 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. Next 7, 6. So these two are not in ascending order. So 7, 6 means 6, 7. So 7, starting time 5. Activity number 3, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3. Next 6, starting time 0. Activity number 4. Next 9, 9, 10, 11. So these are in ascending order only. So let us write 5, 6, 7, 8 activities. So 5, starting time 3, finishing time 9. 6, starting time 5, finishing time 9. 7, starting time 6, finishing time 10. 7, 6, 10. 5, 3, 9, 6, 5, 9, 7, 6, 10. Next 8, 8, 11. Next if you see here 14, 12. So these two are not in ascending order. So 12, 14. So 12 means starting time is 8. The activity number is 10. 14, starting time 2. The activity number 9. Next 12, 14, 16. It is in ascending order only. 16. So 12, 11. So first we have to sort the activities based on the finishing time. So second step, select the activity that finishes first. So here which activity finishes first? Here the finishing time of the first activity is 4. So first activity is finishing first. So let us execute first activity. Activity 1. So 1. So what is the starting time of the activity? 1. Finishing time 4. Next, third step, repeatedly select the next activity whose start time is greater or equal to the finishing time of the previously selected activity. So here the previously selected activity is 1. So 1 finishing time is 4. So the next activity, the next selected activity, starting time must be greater than this 4. Okay. Next, second activity. Second activity starting time is 3, but 3 is less than 4. So second activity will be rejected. So rejected means these are rejected activities are nothing but conflicted activities, conflicting activities. So second activity is conflicting activity. Next, fourth activity, starting time is 0, finishing time is 6. So here between 1 to 4 we are executing the first activity. So we can say that A4, this fourth activity. So A2 means second activity. A4, this is also, fourth activity is also conflicting activity. Next, third activity, finishing time is, third activity starting time is 5. So 5 is greater than the 4. So we can execute the third activity. So third activity, but here what is the starting time? Starting time is 5. So between 4 to 5, it is free slot. So 4 to 5 slot is free. So 4 to 5, there is no classwork. The classwork is leisure, free. So 5 to, what is the finishing time? 7. Next, fifth activity. What is the starting time? 3. 3. So that means 1, 2, 4, 3. It is conflicting with the first activity. So fifth activity is conflicting activity. Next, sixth activity starting time 5. So 5 to 7 we are executing the third activity. So we can say that sixth activity is also conflicting activity. Next, seventh activity. Seventh activity starting time 6th. But 5 to 7 we are executing the third activity. So seventh activity is also conflicting activity. That activity is also rejected activity. Next, eighth activity. Starting time is 8. 8 is greater than 7. So we can execute the eighth activity. There is no problem. But here what is the starting time? 8. 8. So 7 to 8 it is leisure, free. The resource is free. Next, eighth activity from 8 to 11. So the classroom is free between 7 to 8. So 8 is the starting time, whereas 11 is the finishing time. Next, 10th activity. Starting time is 8. So it is conflicting. So 8 is conflicting activity. Next, 10th activity. Starting time is 8. So it is conflicting with 8th activity. So 10th activity is also conflicting. Next 9th activity, starting time is 2. It is conflicting with first activity. Next 11th activity, starting time is 12. 12 is greater than, 11th activity. 11th activity. So here 10th, 9th rejected activities, conflicting activities. So 11th activity, starting time is 12. So it is leisure. The resource is leisure, free during this 11 to 12 slot. So 12 to 16. Here the major aim of the activity selection problem is to find the maximum number of non-conflicting activities. So here how many non-conflicting activities are there? 4 non-conflicting activities are there. They are 1, 3, 8, 11. So these are non-conflicting activities. Whereas the conflicting or rejected activities are 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9. So in this way we can solve any problem very easily. So this is about the activity selection problem using greedy.